All right, Forsberg and Dean Carnage Carney going toe-to-toe. Here we go, fellas. Send it. Chris the Force Forsberg initiates into that first clip. Dean Carnage Carney, he's been a one-tire manufacturer for 10 years. He switches it up to a new tire manufacturer this year. Whoa, and Forsberg, a big correction and straightening out of nowhere.
I think the run's over.
That is going to be, yeah, I mean, that's an unchaseable lead run for Forsberg, so very unfortunate turn of events. You are entering the twilight zone, man. There are some. And here we go. Carney leading, Forsberg giving chase. All right, the Oracle lighting Dodge Viper initiates. Forsberg knows he needs to bang on his door on that initiation. Carnage brings it up the hill. You can see Forsberg pedaling his way up to the keyhole in that second outside zone. Woo, barely, almost having contact. Now coming back down the hill past that touch and go. And then into that final clip. Ryan, unfortunately, for Chris Forsberg and Dai Yoshihara. Forsberg leaves the line leading. As Forsberg qualified 8th, Yoshihara qualified 25th. Massive angle there from Chris Forsberg. Dai Yoshihara pours some more angle on it. Massive, maxed out angle from Forsberg. Cannot see Dai Yoshihara through that jump. Past that second front clip. Gets into the groove as Forsberg. Yoshihara massaging it out there. Just a bit shy, about a tire tread shy of getting home. No, that's proper use of the word relegated. Thank you, Ryan Sage. Professor Sage, delivering all the knowledge. Here we go, Dai Yoshihara. Oh, and Dai taps the wall. The trunk opens up, but he keeps on. No, it does not. Sorry, it does not open up. That is just his wing. So Dai Yoshihara stays in and pitted to win it. Let's go, boys. Make some noise, Orlando. Dai Yoshihara slaps the base big time, but keeps it on going. Type S lights glowing underneath that Ford Mustang of Von Kent Jr. Chris Forsberg will lead. Out-qualifying Von Kent Jr. Chris Forsberg initiates into the bank. High on the bank goes Chris Forsberg. Von Kent Jr. nosing in, door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel. Now coming down into the bank. Sparks go flying once again. Forsberg transitions into that front clip. A little bit of a wide swing around that second inside clip. Von Kent Jr. nosing in, diving in. Makes some noise, Orlando! The sport of drifting and now just really getting involved in many different motorsports and working with their respective manufacturers. Here we go. Von Kent Jr. initiates. High on the bank, a little shimming there from Von Kent Jr. Oh, massive angle there. Look at that. Von throws some more at it. Oh! And Forsberg goes ablaze. Wow. We've seen that multiple times from Chris Forsberg. What happened there? Comes down to that transition. He is in fuego. Down JTP in that Falcon Tires Roush Performance Ford Mustang. Pick up JTP underneath the tower of power. Little Manji flick entry there for JTP. Get to that outside zone. Justin Pollock filling all of it. Now transitioning in to that second outside zone. Justin Pollock throwing a lot of angle at it. Look at all that angle from JTP. Massive angle, tapping and knocking over those cones. Now exiting out. Let's see how they handle this inside clip. Just massaging it around. And now into that final outside zone for JTP and Chris Forsberg. Forsberg does, oh, and JTP spins out. Radar. Looks like we do have a bit of a window for some dry. We might see something later on. But let's see, here we go, the second half of this battle, Ryan. Chris Forsberg got a bit of a lucky break there. If he can keep together.
Pollock's got nothing to lose here.
Yeah, Pollock has nothing to lose. I have a feeling he's really going to go for it. And Chris Forsberg throws it into the outside zone. Justin Pollock shortens it up. Oh, and Chris Forsberg with a quick little correction there outside of that outside zone 2. Now approaching that front clip.
Look at that mirroring effect is beautiful.
Really good job by Justin Pollock. If Chris Forsberg keeps together, though, unfortunately, I believe it's going to be over for JTP. And as they hit across the finish, FCP Euro Liquid Moly BMW. Looks like got a clean start. And here we go. Essa had a lot of grip on his first run. Let's see how he handles it here coming to that first outer zone. Essa using all the core skids all the way out to that white line inside that outer zone. There you go. Looks like Forsberg drops in, pulls out a little bit, as does Essa. Now coming into this inside clip. Both of them bringing it around. Forsberg just knocking it over. Now into this final outside zone. There goes Essa. Forsberg taking away shallower line, and it almost comes to a halt with Forsberg and Essa. They will go against either Alec Robbins or Kazuya Taguchi. Chris Forsberg leading the NOS Energy Drink Nissan 370Z coming into that outer zone. See how deep he is. Michael Essa right there. Now coming through. Look at that. Whoa, look at Michael Essa taking a way shallower line. And that's what Lantain was talking about earlier. When you take a shallower line, you're going to get grip, and Michael Essa spins out, handing it to Forsberg as long as he maintains and continues on his pace. Chris Forsberg crosses the finish line, and Chris Forsberg gets the win. Looks like got a clean start, no cones were hit. Forsberg initiates behind Taguchi into that outside zone. Whoa, big angle from Chris. Yeah, massive angle from Chris. Taguchi takes a little bit out of it, going to that second outside zone. Look at how deep Taguchi is. That up garage ISR 86. Chris Forsberg pulls out of that outside zone a little bit. Oh man, just barely slipping around, slithering like a snake. Forsberg taking a very shallow line. I'd love to see, we do see the drone up in the sky. Like to see what happens here. Overhead. So E-Town delivering some awesome fans. Thank you guys and gals. Those sticking around still waterlogged, but a smile on your face. Here we go. Chris Forsberg comes into that first outside zone. Taguchi right there in that up garage ISR 86. The NOS Energy Drink Nissan 370. Zia Taguchi. Look at that proximity. Oh, is he banging doors? Tapping that brake light. Chris Forsberg stays in it.
You might have something broken.
A shallower line here from Taguchi. They bring it around that inside clip and now transferring into that final outside zone. See Forsberg filling all of it, and Taguchi, you can see him just firing on it, trying to avoid some contact. Frederick Osbo will lead. Chris Forsberg will give chase as they leave the start line. The conditions are drying out just a little bit, so I feel like we will be seeing a little higher speeds here coming to that first outer zone. Wonder if the gearing's going to work out for Frederick Osbo as Chris Forsberg takes a shallower line here. Frederick goes all the way out to that second outer zone. And now Chris gets that. Look at that, that absolute proximity. And now, ooh, it shallows up, takes out that front clip.
He had to do it.
Yeah, he had to do that. And then goes into that final outer zone. So shallow by Chris Forsberg. And this is a must-win for him. All right, here we go. Chris Forsberg will now lead this second run of this top four battle. Chris Forsberg comes into that first outer zone. Sending it here into the second outer zone.
Okay, we're going.
Frederick Osbo, oh yeah, we're getting some speed, baby. Here we go. So into that second, right here is where he's shooting forward. But they both seem to be handling it here. But like you said, gripping up. And both of them wrapping around that front clip. Look at that.
Oh,
Chris Forsberg grips away in that final outer zone. But Brian, is that enough? Forsberg definitely had a major mistake. Let's send it. Send it. Here we go. Frederick Osbo will lead. Chris Forsberg giving chase, coming down the chute underneath the tower of power. Frederick Osbo goes in that first outside zone. Both these guys gripping up. Put some grip in the car. And that is smoke, my friends. Yes, sir. Now to that second outside zone. This is where we saw them gripping up, Ryan. Let's see how they manage. They do have some experience now with these drier conditions. Into that front clip. Both of them wrapping around just as I say that. Chris glances it just a little bit into that third and final outer zone. Chris Forsberg gets in it and then comes out a little bit. It's go time. Send it, fellas. Forsberg now out front. Osbo hunting him down. The NOS Energy Drink Nissan 370Z using all of the course. Looks like Osbo gets to the side of him. Good composure there for Frederick Osbo. Could have easily got to the side of that 370Z. And now, wow, getting all of that outside zone. Frederick Osbo. Look at Forsberg pulling away from Freddie. The grip is back. The boys are back in town, baby.
How far that he's gone here. If he can get the win, it would be even better. But he's going to Matt Field, who is on fire right now.
It would be wetter and better right now for Matt Field as he takes the lead here in his Falcon tires.
drift K, Borla exhaust, Corvette, and Chris Forsberg shuts her down. And looks like Matt Field will continue on through the course. He does need to continue down. Chris Forsberg, a massive correction from him as we send it here. And we are going to see, oh,
that's a mechanical.
Man, that is a mechanical failure here. Oh, what a bummer there for Matt Field with a victory lap. Forsberg is calling him, so keep those lights out. Larry Chen grabbing the photo.
Championship contender, it's a huge opportunity to take out a foe.
Yeah, Forsberg came in 10th in points into this round of competition. Odi Bakshis currently sits there in second, and right now, Odi Bakshis high on the bank. Chris Forsberg a few vehicles back from Odi Bakshis. Now transition that second outside zone. He knows he needs to apply the pressure, because I know Odi definitely will. Oh, and Chris Forsberg transitions. Look at Odi. Way off course, both of them on either side of this course and this track and the line. Oh, Forsberg.
One more time here, and we just don't see that. And yet again, the Gremlins strike control over the three-time champion, and this vehicle just not able to kind of fix what they need to fix and have it be reliable and dependable in the moments that matter. In New Jersey, it was all the way into the finals, and so you could say that that's
a great lead run from Forsberg. Unfortunately, with that mistake, and Odi running a decent, chase. You want to see drifting? You want to see some carnage? You want to see some calamity? You want to see some awesome driving? This is it. Formula Drift. Here we go, baby. Chris Forsberg, Kyle the Menace Mohan. In this battle, Forsberg initiates into the bank. Nice angle from him. All right. Now Kyle Mohan dropping down a little bit low, but keeps a consistent distance between him and Forsberg. Now coming into the power alley, into that third outside zone. Tightening up to the front clip goes Forsberg, and now transitions into that final outside zone. Reminding the fans that the judges fiber, I think for Chris, is just get the car together. Jen Horst did a good job of breaking down what problems and dilemmas that Forsberg's been having, and that's what brought him up. So now he's driving on cable. Here we go, Kyle Mohan. He'd love to put it down for his town, meaning Long Beach, as well as the Rotaries. As Kyle Mohan throws it in, Chris Forsberg keeping good proximity to him. Now coming down into the power alley, into the second outer zone. Chris does not get into it, but he does get to the side of Kyle Mohan, meaning good proximity, good angle. Now coming in that final outside zone. And pucker up Buttercup as they go into that final outside. Is stacked.
Right side.
Not taking anything away from the left. You got Denofa, you got Essa, of course you got Hughes, but here we go. Brandon Scarpelli tuning in. Here we go. Chris Forsberg leading Frederick Osbo giving chase. Woo! Chris Forsberg initiates. Look at this, door to door. Oh, did Osbo give a little gold nose tap? Chris Forsberg stays in it. Look at these two champions going toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano. Second outside zone, the power alley living up to its name. A swing into that front clip goes Forsberg and Osbo transitioning down to that final outside zone. Forsberg deep, Osbo right.
The judges are going to take the little tap on the big bank.
This is it. Here we go, Michael McDonald showing up as well. Thank you for joining us, Michael. As Frederick Osbo will lead Chris Forsberg giving chase. Big initiation there from Frederick Osbo trying to pull away from Forsberg, reeling him in. Here we go, right to the wall. Both of them at similar height. Again, you want to follow that tire trail. Now coming to that second outside zone, transitioning in the power alley. So Osbo goes deep. Chris comes up a little bit short. Tight on that front clip. Make some noise, Seattle. Rounding that final turn and that final outside zone 4. Tuning in here, Moses watching. Here we go. Chris Forsberg will lead as he's our number 2 qualifier. Osbo giving chase. NOS Energy Drink versus Rockstar. Forsberg versus Osbo. Throwing it in is Chris Forsberg. Big angle from him. Chris, you can see him dragging on the wall. Osbo just a slight bit lower there of that tire trail. Now coming to the outside zone 2, filling all of it. Osbo barely dips that back left. Nice job by Osbo. We got contact. Stays in and Osbo straightens out after that contact. Now in that final outside zone goes Forsberg and across that finish line. Goodness. All right. Here we go. The second half of this battle. Osbo versus Forsberg. Run 2 of this championship battle, meaning they are 2 champions, and we're only in the Royal Purple top 16. So here we go, Osbo throwing it in, Chris Forsberg, you can see, gaining some ground here. Now coming down into the power alley, how are they gonna fare? Here's Osbo deep in that second outside zone. Chris Forsberg, you can see him massaging into the third. Not as deep as Osbo, around that front clip. Now bringing it into that final outside zone goes Osbo and Forsberg across the finish line.
Certainly developed his game quite a bit, and he is the driver to beat. He is your current leader in the championship, but Forsberg has looked awesome. Here we go.
That's right. What's he going to do to Chris Forsberg? But Forsberg just took down Osbo. Here goes Chris Forsberg leading the NOS Energy Drink. Nissan 370Z, Matt Field right there. Really mimicking the height on that bank now, coming into the power alley. Big angle from Forsberg. Transitioning. Nasty transition. That snap into that third outer zone was absolutely disgusting in a great way. Sick, bad meaning, good, not bad meaning. Field out front, Forsberg in the chase position. Here we go. Second half of this battle, the Beast from the Bay versus the Force. Matt Field, let's see how he initiates. He locks it up, throws it into the outside zone. Great angle from Matt Field out front. Forsberg drops down a little shimmy now. Coming to that power hour, let's see how they handle it. Into that second outside zone. Chris doesn't get all the way out there, neither on the third. But Matt Field puts the car in the right place. Now transitioning through into that final outside zone. Both of them filling it up. Great proximity. 26th. Not taking anything away. He had a great second run. Here we go. Forsberg, NOS Energy Drink, Nissan 370Z. On GT tire. Here we go. Going into that first outside zone. Matt Field quickly gets to the side of the Nissan. The Drift Cave, Head Caveman, Beast from the Bay. Both of them high and tight. Now into that power alley. Can't even see Matt Field. Into that second outside zone. Forsberg gets out there. Matt Field does have proximity. Fails to get out to the third outside zone. Transitions in. Forsberg, a little bit of a hiccup. We saw that little disruption by Forsberg. Get a little long-winded on particular items that repeat, but when you've been there before, sometimes you're eager, you're chomping, you're chewing on the bone. Here we go. Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay out front. Falcon tires. Drift Cave, Orla exhaust. It's on those Forge Stars. Here we go. Yes, sir. Matt Field, Chris Forsberg. Look at that. He threw more angle at it. Chris did as well. These guys are going for it. Let's snap back in that third outside zone. Woo! We got proximity, my friends. Slide into the chat room. Here we go. Matt Field, Chris Forsberg. What do you got? Seattle, Matt Field and Forsberg. Veteran, or three-time champion, excuse me, but a veteran for 18 years going against Yves Meyer. Here we go. Chris Forsberg leading out front. That NOS Energy Drink Nissan 370Z. Yves Meyer giving it to him here on that chase run. Now coming to that second outside zone. Chris Forsberg, he's right in that front flip, knocking it over. And now Yves Meyer falls back a little bit here. Now coming to that final outside zone. Forsberg drags it in. Yves Meyer digs a little deeper there, going to do so. Except for luck with that. So Yves Meyer out front. Event Silsberg BMW is now going to come down into that first outside zone, and then let's see how they enter into that second outside zone. Nice job there as Yves Meyer comes into that front flip, and Chris Forsberg in tow in that third outside zone. See how they transition. Nice job for both of them getting out there and mimicking that angle. I mean, it's Forsberg qualified 8th. Ryan Turk qualifying 9th, so a fairly equally matched battle here. And Chris Forsberg throws in that first outside zone. Ryan Turk right there. Now let's transition to that second outside zone. Forsberg leading Ryan Turk into that inside clip. Turk tapping it just barely. Ooh, Turk loses a little bit of angle there coming out of outside, or inside outside zone 3. And both, ooh, okay. Looked like Forsberg has lights extinguished. Here we go with a second run of these two iconic drifters, Ryan Turk and Chris Forsberg. Ryan Turk throwing it in, ripping in that gum-out Toyota Racing Toyota Corolla hatchback. A wide swing, Forsberg keeps the composure, both of them taking out that inside clip, going to that third outside zone. Great job by Ryan Turk, Chris Forsberg. Oh man, dropping into that last outside zone. Have to be that back in 2019. I can't recall if he did, but Chris Forsberg, obviously so much history here with this track. Here we go. Forsberg chases down Jonathan Aaron. Whoa, gets out of that touch and go, really digs deep into that touch and go area. Forsberg now applying the pressure. If he wasn't feeling it yesterday, he's definitely feeling it here today. Ryan, look at that. That just shows all the equity there. What he's
I wanted to ask them what they were thinking about on the first touch and go and how they were judging their
perspective. Okay, thank you. All right, Chris Forsberg will now lead. Oh, look at this. We're going in. Chris Forsberg does not get out to that touch and go. Looks like Aaron's having some troubles there from the start. I definitely want to take and focus on the initiation, Ryan. Did Chris initiate at the right time, or was he thrown off? And here we go. Blazing the tires off it from the start, and here we
go. Forsberg in tow. Initiating into that first 90-degree turn, coming out into that touch and go. See how they handle it. Both of them getting all the way out there. See how they ping pong back under the bridge. Great proximity there by Chris Forsberg. Maybe not getting as deep, but definitely applying the pressure. Can he let him pass? Yes, he does. Right in front of him and around that final clip. Ryan, a great compromise into the competition. Chris Forsberg now leading the NOS energy drink. Nissan 370Zs on GT radial tires. This is the Farewell Z Tour. Good initiation by Forsberg. Justin Pollock right there. Oh, digging deep into that touch and go. Now into that first outside zone goes Forsberg. Forsberg outside second outside zone. Doesn't get all the way deep. Now let's see how they handle this last and final inside clip. Bring it all the way around. Woo! Well done. Tit for tat in the first battle, and now here we go, throwing down. Justin Pollock leads, coming out of that start chicane. Blasting off those Falcon tires. The GT radials go around on Chris Forsberg. Nissan 370Z now coming out into the touch and go. Goes JTP now transitioning under the bridge. Look at the proximity from Forsberg. Spins. Justin Pollock pulls away and Forsberg is left in the Falcon tires. Chris Forsberg, that was a restart. 3 strikes, you're out. Here we go. Forsberg out of the gate. Justin Pollock in tow. Drops into formation. Solid initiation by Forsberg. Justin Pollock, like you said, playing it safe, playing professional. Forsberg transitions under the bridge. Banger run right now so far by Forsberg. Big angle there from Chris. And now past that touch and go into that final front clip. Oh my goodness! Comes in on top. The lights are on. See who's going to be more dominant here. The second, one more time, the third battle between these two gentlemen. Who's moving on to the Great 8? Justin Pollock initiates Forsberg right there as well. Justin, massive angle, goes, taps the bumper. Forsberg, good proximity. Oh man, Pollock smashing his back bumper into that second outside zone. Forsberg falling back a little bit here. Look at that as Forsberg brings it on around. Here we go. Forsberg out front, that NOS energy drink, Nissan 370Z. With Justin Pollock in the chase position. Nasty entry there by Forsberg. Justin Pollock goes for it. Getting all the way out to that touch and go now, transitioning under the bridge. Forsberg barely tapping his back bumper. Look at Pollock all over Chris Forsberg. Now bringing in around that final clip. Great proximity, Ryan. Castro will be out front. Forsberg in the chase position. Through that start chicane. See that thing rattling away, now transitioning. Look at that, Castro. See how he handles the touch and go. Gets just a bit outside. Whoa, big snappy transition by Castro. That was a nasty snap. Now coming to that final front clip. There goes Castro and Forsberg. Trudeau, Methyl Dom, Toyota 86. Got a clean start. And here comes Forsberg. Shots fired all across the nose. The lead driver does have the right of way, but Castro knows he needs to be right there. Going against Forsberg, big transition there. Castro tries to go for the initiation, has to back off, takes a tighter line, and brings it across. And Ryan, that's just going to make it. AutoZone, Streets of Long Beach, presented by Type S. Odi Bakshis leaves the start line. No cones are hit, we got a clean start. Odi Bakshis, Chris Forsberg, both of them. That touch and go era. Odi, Chris Forsberg goes a little bit deeper. Odi fills all that first outside zone. Both of them working out to the second outside zone, now transitioning out to that touch and go. It's like you got a little rub in there. Woo! Bringing it across the finish line. And here we go, about to leave that start line. Hopefully get a good, clean start. It looks like we do. Here we go. Forsberg out front. Odi in the chase position. Whoa, nasty initiation by Forsberg and Odi right there in tow. Dragging bumper is Forsberg into that first outside zone. Here's the second outside zone. Forsberg not all the way deep. Look at Odi just bathing in smoke around that final front clip, Ryan. And there we go. Leaving that start chicane, goes Forsberg. The Valvoline lubricants go round and Brandon Sorensen hits him from the back, but Forsberg stays in it. Pin it to win it. And Forsberg does not back down. The 3-time champ takes a licking but keeps on ticking. And Sorensen shuts it down as Forsberg continues
line. A very impressive run there from Forsberg, that VR Power 370Z. Building that confidence. He had early throttle issues in the season, but that VR engine definitely capable. Looks like he might dial it back a little bit, give himself some ground. Not an inactive chase, but he knows he maybe has potentially a little more aggressive of a vehicle. Works it down low, works it back up high. You can see how quickly he gets to the side of Brandon Sorensen. Now coming to that second outside zone, you can see him reel him in. Getting closer and closer to Brandon Sorensen. Now past that second inside clip, transitioning back, getting very close. Flirting with disaster in that third and outside zone. Chris Forsberg will lead. Simon Olsen will give chase. Who's going against Odie? He already defeated Jeff Jones. Chris Forsberg going in, initiating high on the bank. Simon Olsen, not as high. Forsberg, look at that, just absolutely magnetized to the wall. Simon Olsen drops down, now past that inside clip into that second outside zone. Forsberg, NOS Energy Drink, Nissan 370Z on GT Radial Tires. Simon Olsen, street hunting it, track hunting it. Now into that last outside zone, the VR Powered Z brings it on across the finish line. All of that. So just, again, experience definitely helps out Chris Forsberg. Now Simon Olsen leading, Chris Forsberg giving chase. I think he's going to give himself a little bit of room here. You got that 2J powered Toyota Supra, Simon Olsen, but Forsberg, you see him gain some ground. Catches right up to Olsen, now into that second outside zone. Goes Olsen, does not get all the way out there, but now into that second inside clip. And transition, you can see just the flames shooting out of the nostrils of that Nissan 370Z across that finish line. Odie leaving the start line. Forsberg in the chase position. Odie Bachis initiates into Big Bang. Odie, massive angle there. Forsberg gets up there, taps that wall. Taking a very odd line as Forsberg now into that second outside zone. Here goes Odie. A lot more posture there. Oh, and Forsberg straightens out. A big correction there by Forsberg. And Odie continues on through the course. Or Matt Field. Clean start, no cones in. Here goes Forsberg and Bachis. Forsberg now back to the form we saw him earlier. Odie Bachis definitely has some great proximity, doesn't mimic the angle, but definitely right on him. And look at that, lunges forward, and there's Odie Bachis, one of the best chases in the game, Forsberg. Now he assumes the position and puts the car in all the right places, snaps back into that outside zone, but Ryan was that mistake by